When you think about flagship, it's the company's top-of-the-line offering with all the best specs, all the innovative features put into one device. The Vivo Nex 3 is the perfect example of that. Packing a Snapdragon 855 Plus processor, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, 64 MP camera, and so much more. And surprisingly, it is super affordable. Yeah, Christmas is coming, and I believe this is just the phone you've been looking for to spend that Christmas bonus. Well, is it now? We'll have to see in this review. And without further ado, let the unboxing begin. No. Well, it's actually out of the box already, but hey, here we go. Next, that's the free cameras at the back. The box is quite huge. The color I have here is Glowing Night. That's 8128. Here we go. Nice, that's a nice design right there. Still the camera though. Oh, we've got the Nex 3 right there. Open. Oh, nice. Here's the phone. It's actually huge. Like, this is the biggest phone I'm actually reviewing to date. It's a 7-inch phone, actually. That's massive. Let me just set you aside for now. We've got here Vivo Earphones, and yeah, another thing, a headphone jack. So that is actually rare from a flagship phone, like a true flagship phone that is. That is certainly a big deal, especially in 2019, where all the flagships these days are killing off that lovely port. So, and of course, we've got here the 44-watt fast charger. I'm gonna check later how fast that charges up. And that's not all. There's a secret compartment right here for the casing. Oh, this is rubber, by the way. Very nice textured surface, and your Nex logo. Here we have this SIM ejector pin, quick start guide, and the warranty card. Last but not least is the well-packaged USB Type-C cable, and that is pretty much it. Now the phone is big and chunky, but even with its sheer massive size, it is fairly one of the sexiest phones I have ever seen. Just look how elegant, how minimalistic that looks like. It is fairly thin, although quite heavy, thanks to the big battery of course. But yeah, this is one good looking phone. The design is absolutely magnificent. The way it sits in my hand right here just feels so good. Now the whole phone has that glass and metal combination to it. That is a Gorilla Glass back and front with a metallic frame. I gotta tell you, you need to try this out. It really feels very expensive, but it's really not that expensive at all. Although it is prone to smudges and fingerprints. Well, it's no thanks to that glossy back. But of course, that glossy surface is just so elegant. As you can see, when light touches it, it goes from black to a somewhat grayish color right here. Just very nice and seamless. The back is curved though, it's not flat, which is a good thing because typing is going to be a joy. And it's also perfect for gaming. The curve that it's making at the back is pretty darn comfortable, so it's perfect for playing games for longer periods of time. Okay, so you might have already noticed it, the cameras. It's actually pretty similar to what the iPhone is offering right now, the latest one. So guys, it's actually a trend, so don't worry about that. The most important thing is it's free cameras, and one of those is actually a 64 megapixel sensor. You also get a 13 megapixel telephoto lens and a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. You also get an LED flash right here and your Nex logo. Not Vivo, but Nex, signifying that it's their most premium product. The back has an extra layer of protection to it, pre-installed, which is fairly nice. Now the Vivo Nex 3 may be a flagship phone, but get this, it still retained the headphone jack. So also you got here at the top the pop-up camera, which is motorized. You also get a power button right here, a physical one at the top, which is flushed by the way, so you need to press with your nails. See that? Pretty strange. The reason for this is because there are no physical buttons at the sides at all. All thanks to that waterfall display. At the left side, it's pretty much nothing. But at the right side, you will find here the actual power button. The one you will actually use for opening the phone. And it's not an actual physical button, so yeah, portion of the phone. So when you press it, there's what you call a haptic feedback, which makes the phone vibrate and tells you that you pressed the phone or you pressed the button. So when you do this, the phone vibrates and the phone turns on. And another one to turn it off. That is the actual part where you press the button. So when I hold, there you go. But where are the volume rockers? Well, they're actually placed ingeniously at the top and at the bottom of the power button. So the top is the volume up, below the power button is your volume down. And I gotta tell you, that has a lot of usability issues. Like most of the time, I don't look at the phone when I'm trying to open it, so you're gonna experience a lot of mistakes here when using the phone. Now at the bottom you get the usual loudspeaker, microphone, 2 microphones, USB Type-C port, and your SIM tray, which has a dual nano SIM slot. Unfortunately, no SD card slot for expandable storage. Bummer. Now the reason why the phone does not have buttons at the sides is because of that display. As you might have noticed, the display curves all the way to the sides, which make up a 99.6% screen to body ratio. One of the most innovative displays on the market right now, the only one you could buy without a notch. This is a 6.89-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus waterfall full view display. So yeah, currently there are only 2 phones right now that has the waterfall display, which is the Mate 30 Pro. But the thing is, the Mate 30 Pro has a notch. This does not. And also, the phone is almost completely bezel-less. Well, actually, it is bezel-less, so whoa. Everything that you will see on the phone, every content is going to stretch out at the sides, as you can see right here, all the way to the sides. Of course, it still has a chin, and right here at the top for the earpiece. In YouTube, it looks like this. The video is stretched out all the way to the sides, as you can see. Well, it's not an issue with subtitles. Here's the pinch to zoom, and there you go. Absolutely mind-blowing. Let me just place this down here. As you can see, it's like the display is part of the table. This is unbelievable. I'm telling you right now, you gotta try this for yourselves to feel is to truly believe. Now here's where things get a little bit complicated when playing games. In Mobile Legends, there are some controls or buttons that are placed at the edges. So when you're playing like that, you only see half of the interface. You don't see the faces right here. You can only see them when you do this. Also, when I press a button, it doesn't usually register, and that's kind of a hard thing when you're playing a game like this where responsiveness is very important. But yeah, everything in the middle is pretty okay. And the thing is, the characters do look kind of big. Is it just me? Oh, because everything is stretched out. And yeah, the display is very big, 6.89-inch, so everything that you're gonna see right here is gonna be huge, especially your character, which is a nice touch. Also, sometimes it's not registering, and this is a crucial part of the gameplay, so something that you should be mindful of. But what about the graphics? Well, it's actually good. Snapdragon 855 Plus, it's a top-of-the-line processor with the top-of-the-line GPU, plus a Super AMOLED display. Guys, this is a wonderful experience. If you ask me right now, what phone has the best graphics? This is it. A Super AMOLED display that is completely bezel-less. Gaming on this thing is a marvel to look at. You can pretty much max out everything in pretty much any mobile game. So yeah, and check out that graphics. The grass, the sky, the sun, everything just looks fantastic with that display. Of course, that is a Super AMOLED display, by the way. And also, one more thing, it's 1080p, so it doesn't eat too much battery. And I have to tell you, the battery life on this thing is just incredible. With almost just 15%, I was able to play 2 more ranked games in Mobile Legends. So that is actually incredible. Also, this thing sounds so good. Speaker is very loud, although it's only one speaker though. But hey, you do get the headphone jack, so yeah, there's that. FunTouch OS on mid-range phones didn't really define that premium experience you will find on Android. But right here, they have customized the interface for it to look very premium with the combination of gray and white. Very simple, yet you get that full premium software experience. And also, it has dark mode, which pretty much turns everything dark. Even Facebook. Facebook has never looked this good. Everything just pops out some more, simply because of that black background. Now so far, I haven't seen a 64MP camera yet on a phone that is actually pretty good. Well, that is until the Vivo Nex 3 came in. The photos I got with the phone were just incredible. Just so sharp and crisp. I thought it was taken on a DSLR. The level of image quality here is just on a totally different level already. Colors just on point. Dynamic range is so clean and clear, and so much detail is being retained in the image. Although by default, the camera only uses pixel binning to produce a 16MP image. The true 64MP camera is hidden in the extra camera settings. Once activated, it takes a true 64MP image that you can super zoom in and view the photo in its massive form. Taking 64MP shots don't take time to load, by the way. It is all instant when pressing the shutter button, which is a nice touch. Complementing that powerful 64MP camera are the ultra-wide and telephoto cameras. The ultra-wide angle camera can help you squeeze out more of the view without having to move from your location. This really helps out in taking huge landscape structures. It's also perfect for group photos. The ultra-wide angle lens also doubles as a macro lens, which allows you to move in super close, about 1.4 centimeters to a subject without blurring. Now a telephoto lens really helps with zooming, giving you a zoomed image that doesn't lose out on the quality. It can even go up to 20 times zoom, which is fairly impressive. Although it does get blurry at this point and kind of harder to stabilize, the phone is also a good low light shooter. Even in darker areas, it was able to take really sharp photos, and it even has night mode to help you out if it just gets too dark. Overall, Vivo has totally nailed it in the photography department. Video is also nice, very sharp looking, and very DSLR-like image quality. Video recording up to 4K at 60 frames per second, although 60 FPS is kind of shaky while walking. Although changing to 30 FPS seems to add a gimbal-like stabilization to it. Overall, it's a very powerful camera with lots of features for you to play with, and I do highly recommend it. At 39,999 pesos, the Vivo Nex 3 beats out the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus and the Huawei Mate 30 Pro by a big margin. I would have to say that this is the much better value for money, and almost half the Note 10 Plus's price point. So I just think this is the perfect gift for you for this Christmas. Really worth checking out. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Go check out the Vivo Nex 3 right now in your nearest Vivo concept store today. That is pretty much it for me. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my great content. This is Vince the Maker from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.